everybody. Welcome to another Daily Digest video. I'm Merriam. I've moved on to Modern now in preparation for the SCG Games Invitational later this week. And I'm playing a sort of white-black mid-range deck. I've played a similar deck as a Daily Digest before. It has a lot of planeswalkers, like Gideons in particular, a lot of good removal. But this version of the deck incorporates main deck Leylines of both colors. You've got 3 Leyline of the Void, 3 Leyline of Sanctity, which is pretty cool, I think. For a deck like this that is well situated against fair decks, you have a lot of good removal of Planeswalkers, Lingering Souls, stuff that other heavy disruption decks are pretty bad at dealing with. But Jet tends to be weak against the unfair decks, and Leyline of Sanctity and Leyline of the Void cover a lot of them. Covers Storm really well, covers Dredge, covers Goryo's Vengeance kind of things. You can steal game 1 against Ad Nauseam because you usually don't have Lab Maniac in the main, and then worry about bringing in a bunch of disruption in the post-board games. So the Leylines offer a pretty nice different angle against unfair decks, and you can just pitch extra ones to Collective Brutality or cast them. This hand, however, it does not have colored mana. I almost click keep. That would have been bad. Gonna mulligan that one. We have a Leyline of Sanctity, and we have some stuff to do if we can scry to lands. So on 6, I'll keep this. Ugh. Why do I have so many colorless lands? Am I supposed to keep this just to hit Lingering Souls on 3? I really then need to hit another... I guess I can then use the Field of Ruin to actually fix my mana. Which is... Oh, that's actually really cool. So I'll keep the Field of Ruin. And let's do this one. Thank you, Magic Online, for letting me do that. I really hope my opponent's Storm. That would be awesome. Windswept Heath. This is a counters company deck. Looks like it. We do have Damnation, which is nice, and they can't Walking Ballista us out. Also nice, but other than that, this is not the matchup I wanted to see. Oh, please don't Magus the Moon me. So maybe not counters company. Ooh, well, there's second white, so Field of Ruin can become another swamp, then I can Damnation. But let's just play land go. Probably going to get Coco'd here. This is not a matchup where the Leylines are particularly good. But it is a matchup where the rest of our deck is good. And that's the important dichotomy. Is this the old 4-mana go? No? Oh, is this the 5-color Nahiri Bring Delay creature deck? Are they casting a Nahiri here? They are. Oh, this is no bueno. Okay. So they filter away a land there. And now I am priced into trying to attack this Nahiri. So let's get some tokens down. And hope our opponent doesn't have anything too awesome. Doubling Season. Oh, they're this deck. All the Planeswalkers in Doubling Season. Are they about to cast? Yeah, they just drew multiple copies. Oh, this is much worse. Oh, we're going to get annihilated by this. This is like the exact opposite of what we want to play against. They go way over the top in this deck. Next turn, they're probably just going to cast some ridiculous Planeswalker and ultimate it and kill me. But hopefully I get a turn. Yeah, what absurd Planeswalker here? Oh, Tomio. So now, yeah, now they emblem, draw 3 cards. Can now cast all their other Planeswalkers for free. Oh, the +2 puts 4 on. Really? I thought this was a cost, so it didn't affect it. I thought it was just doubled when they enter the battlefield, when you're casting them. Maybe I'm wrong, but Oath of Nissa. Let's find something else. There's another Tamio. So that's another Ancestor recall. Yep. Oh, and an Emrakul. Well then. Another Tamio. Sure. Just keep chaining Ancestor recalls. I'm gonna let them have their fun. There's a Jace. Now they get to ultimate this. You get to see my deck. Have Samit so that their Emrakul has haste. And Gideon, sure. Yeah, Gideon will enter with 8 counters. Oh, this is Samit the test of the creature. Oh, they get to give the Emrakul double strike next turn. Yeah, make 2 knights. Sure. Okay, this is enough fun. I've seen enough. Jesus. Yeah, that's what that deck does when it gets going. So how about I bring in my answers to Doubling Season? Answers to Planeswalkers sound good, and Duress sounds quite good. These Leylines seem quite poor, and I probably want Fatal Push over Path because their early creatures are mana creatures. I don't want to accelerate them. Are the sweepers at all good? I don't think they make a lot of tokens in this deck, and I actually think we need to be the ones who get aggressive. So maybe I'm supposed to just have some paths in, so I can cut the sweepers. Not a great sideboard in this matchup, but we'll do what we can. Wish I had some more threats here in the sideboard to bring in to get more aggressive. I will play first. I have Duress and then some action to attack them if I can draw some lands. So I think I'll keep that. Opponent keeps 7. I'm not going to Duress until turn 2. I want the best chance of hitting Doubling Season, so I'll let them draw a card first. Of course, I've drawn the path. It's this bird instead of a Fatal Push, which would be great. I'm not going to crack a fetch. My life total is mostly irrelevant. Really want to draw lands. And let's get this Duress down. Oh, wow. They just don't have a single Planeswalker or Doubling Season. Just 4 lands, a Noble, Wall of Roots. So, nice Duress. No, they'll just draw them off the top and crush me. Four lands, Noble, Wall of Roots. Path to Exile looking quite bad. Oh, Wall of Roots, Overgrown Battlement. So they're sort of a green devotion with this wall rampy plan. Okay, well, let's try to make a third land drop here, and then oh no, I drew an ETB tap land. They're gonna have so much mana. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And with the Nykthos, they get to play the Noble for free and still have 7 mana. But I guess that they drew the Battlement, so this card has to be something good. Oh, it was Nahiri. That's quite good. Now they just get to filter their draws really nicely. So I know they have a land in hand and an unknown. They have a Nykthos and an unknown. Now if I get rid of the battlement, they go to 7 mana. You know, the card I might need to get rid of actually is the bird, because it blocks souls tokens. So why don't I do Souls Pass? This is going to be a lot better than playing the Gideon, which is a lot easier for them to block. There's the Nykthos we knew about. That's not a good sign that they immediately played it. Do they really need all this mana? They have 5, 9 mana? Or 10, sorry. 10 mana, 2 unknowns in hand. Nahiri to filter them. We're just getting annihilated. What ridiculous card are we playing next? Gideon Jura. That is not good. So they're going to get to... They just plus the Gideon, and then that protects the Nahiri for a turn. And they just get to tutor for Emrakul. So I need to draw an answer to... and they like the card in their hand. I need to draw an answer to one of these Planeswalkers. Otherwise, I'm very dead. Instead, I have drawn a Tectonic Edge. I guess I can play Gideon and Flashback Souls and get a bunch of permanents onto the battlefield. Yeah, here's what I'm going to do. I am going to attack as I have to. I'm going to play Flashback Lingering Souls and play Gideon and Emblem, and so that they can't just make Emrakul make Gideon a 6/6 and 21 me. They have to send at least one of them at the Gideon, and I can hold back one of the Souls tokens as a blocker if that's the case. Or just sack the Gideon. So you get an Emblem. And actually, if I keep all 5 lands in play, then I can play Gideon Jura next turn and keep the Emblem relevant, which is kind of neat. So if I force one of their creatures to attack the Gideon, why did they play that? Oh, they're Nahiriing. Oh, and they want to cast something first. Blue is this Jace? They had blue with the Noble. Okay. Sure. Hope of the Oath bricks if they keep that one. What did they do with it? Oh yeah, they took Oath Battlement. I didn't realize how many mana creatures they were going to have. I might want some sweepers now to really attack their mana. Oh yes, the Battlement found a bird. That's great. Because the sweepers are pretty good with my Planeswalkers too. -8. Excellent. Okay, we might be doing it. Where are these things attacking? Gideon of the Trials is being attacked by Gideon Jura, and Emrakul is being attacked there. Okay. Is attacking me. So I can keep my 5 lands in play and use my Gideon. But my Gideon is kind of weak to theirs, unless I draw a land and path theirs, which would be great. And that is definitely a way to get back into this. Um, Alternatively, I can sacrifice 2 lands, and I'd have to keep this Gideon around. I'd have to sacrifice 3 of my lands, 3 of my tokens, chump block their Gideon with another one, and go to 2, and then have very little way to protect this Gideon. I keep thinking this is Annihilator 5. I have to sack a land either way, don't I? I'm just not doing the math well. I guess that's not the worst. I do still need to draw a land, but I'm just not good at counting right now. Yeah, and I definitely want to get rid of the tech edge. What did I miss? This one? There we go. So I'll go to 2. And yeah, the Emrakul goes to their hand. Oh, it goes to their hand. Can they just cast it next turn? I think they can. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, this makes 7, 13. Oh, Jesus. 7, 13. Yeah, I'm pretty dead. Even if I path one of the battlements onto, they make 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, they make 14. So they need to find a land off of Draw Step or Jace. Well, I guess that's my way of not dying. So let's kill this thing. I've forgotten that Hero brings it to the hand. Yeah, we were just really dead then. I guess I needed to not pair the battle. I needed to probably put Battlement by itself. That's pretty egregious. Or put Battlement with Jace. Yeah, there's 2 lands. Can't beat any of them, especially Nykthos. Did you just take the doubling season? Yeah, he really did. Okay. I guess that is a potential way to win this game. They probably just drew a Planeswalker that I can't beat anyway, so. Oh, Tomio. Sure. So they just get to cast the Emrakul either way. Yeah, yeah. Draw 3 cards. Cast Emrakul. Oh, play another Tomio? Sure. Oh, play another Nihiri. Okay, Zero your Gideon. Oh, I'm going to path this Gideon. Don't you worry. Bam. Gotcha. Oh, I guess I should have disenchanted the doubling season in response. I just kind of checked out of this game. In case anyone was wondering. I guess I would have actually been in. I would have had some draws. I path that thing. I disenchant the doubling season. They play the Tomio. They can't really do anything with it. And then I have an untapped step to do something with. But I don't see how I was winning that game. I probably need to keep in some sweepers to stop them. But I didn't realize what their mana configuration was. So their configuration of mana creatures with that wall plan. I thought it would just be like birds and hierarchs, and maybe I would assume that deck would be good. Would be really happy having Arbor Elf Utopia Sprawl. All their lands are green lands with other colors, so Arbor Elf can help fix, and Utopia Sprawl can help fix. And a lot of your Planeswalkers cost 4, so being able to cast them on turn 2 When you play turn 1 elf, turn 2 sprawl the untapped land, make 4 mana is really nice. Like, turn 2 Nahiri is a big game. But regardless, that is just about as nightmarish as a matchup gets. It's probably something akin to like Tron, where they're just way too good at beating up my things on the battlefield and going over the top of what I'm doing. I'm definitely a deck that is tuned. It's like strategically positioned to beat fair decks, and then heavily tuned towards sort of unfair linear combo decks. So the decks that are going unfair in a way that gets around the ley lines, mainly big mana decks, are going to be horrific matchups. Although you do have Leyline of Sanctity against Valakut, so you even get some help there against Scapeshift, but that one certainly dodges it, and that was a nightmare. But hope you enjoyed watching me get absolutely browned, and you can come back and probably watch that again on Friday. Bye.